Okay, the title of this session is Best in Show. This is our fourth category, and it is Best in Show. This is the product that our 6 panelists went out and saw during the first 3 days of NAMM and said, oh yeah, this is the coolest thing that I've seen. So, without further ado, Tim, get us started on Best in Show.
My Best in Show is as much about living a dream as it is about selling stuff, because we're all here to sell that, right? We're all here to sell music. We're here to enrich people's lives. And every now and again, something happens that you weren't expecting. So we had a tall, lanky kid that used to take lessons at the first store I started with. It was 1,200 square feet, no lie. So you'd walk in, you'd bump into stuff on both sides of the store. We packed it full of gear. This kid showed up for lessons, and he had taken lessons before at a different place where I was at, and just, I mean, by week 2, you know, you're going, hey, wait a minute, that kid's quite a bit better than I am, this is not fair. Continues to take lessons, then before you know it, he's teaching in your store, and then, before you know it, he's making this great music, and he's involved in the Ernie Ball Battle of the Bands. And so I had the pleasure of emceeing our local division of that Ernie Ball Battle of the Bands. And they won. Then they won the regional. Then they won another one. Then the next thing I know, we're at the LA NAMM show. And we're hanging out in the Ernie Ball booth together. And which is exactly what we got to do Thursday. It's an amazing story to watch. He plays in a little band called Maroon 5, if you've ever heard of them. Yeah.
Nice. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, so the fun part about James is the story behind it. He told me this week, he said, had they not won the Battle of the Bands, and Ernie Ball Company been gracious enough to do that, they won money, he would not have been able to stay out here, and things might be completely different.
Right.
Of course, me being selfish, I was like, that means you still be teaching in my store, right? That'd be awesome. But he didn't think that was nearly as awesome as what he's gone on to do. So obviously my pick is super biased. But you have to check these guitars out. This one in particular, and this is how great the Ernie Ball Company is. Whoops, my pack fell off. I didn't realize, I didn't ask for this, but all of a sudden there's one here. That's cool. I didn't think they'd let me touch it. So if you see the guitar, there's just, again, the attention to detail in this instrument is amazing. I got to play it a little bit yesterday. It's made to his design. It's got all kinds of different things you can do as far as coil tap, single coil humbucker pickup. Has a great neck, beautiful bird's eye maple, which you would expect from an Ernie Ball guitar, from Music Man. And it's thinner on the top, fatter on the bottom. But again, the story that goes behind it is the absolute coolest part, because what they did in launching this Battle of the Bands not affected only his life, but the lives of so many people who are musicians that went on to continue to play and be a part of their local music scene, or regional, or whatever, in James's case, national. So, no-brainer pick for me, the James Valentine model, Music Man Ernie Ball.
Congratulations, yeah, that's fantastic. That's such a great story of things going full loop, just absolutely full loop. And Ernie Ball Music Man, congratulations to you guys for all the work you do to get artists out there, to get them recognized. Here's an example of something that just worked. It just worked. You gave somebody a chance, and they were able to take advantage of that chance, and it's just a heartwarming story. So.
And as a music store owner, you get to see it from beginning to end. You know, right, beginning till now, let's say. And just absolutely amazing to watch that, and that's what we all go to work for every day, right?
Right, absolutely. Give them a hand. Go over and check out that whole artist series that Ernie Ball has in the booth. It's terrific. Just a great pick. Sammy, Best in Show. What do you have for us?
Well, I'm going to preface it as I think it might be, feels like it could be Best in Show from what I've seen. It's too big of a show to say I've seen everything. It's just not possible. But I thought this was a very, very cool piece. It's called The Virtual Jeff. And so when I was at the booth, I said, "Who's Jeff?" And he goes, "It's virtual." I go, "Okay, that answered that for me." It's a small device, extremely well made, machined aluminum. It does not mar your instrument. It is not cutting in. And it is a virtual whammy bar. You plug it into landing pedal, TC shifters, whatever can change the pitch by an outside controller. You can change it to standard whammy settings for a couple steps down, a couple steps up, or like a whammy pedal, 2 octaves down, 2 octaves up. You can do anything that you want with it. I was watching this guy and I thought it was just amazing. So I got to talk to them. I really like the energy of the guy that was talking. I like the fact that he understands his product and his product in this industry. So I said, so do you make a module for it? He goes, no. If I made a module, then the guys who make the modules will make one much better than mine, so why bother? This is an adjunct, this is an add-on device to things you already sell. So I just like the vibe of the guys. They were also all the way to the left, all the way in the back. You had to go through all the various drum and percussion companies. You had to go over all the people who were lounging on the floor. And there he is, this tiny little booth. I don't even think he had a real sign. It was one of those paper signs. But it just caught my eye as a potential product that any guitar player could use. Acoustic, as you see in the picture, acoustic or electric. And technically, you can put it on a lot of different instruments, anything that you want to change pitch to. What is the price? As in the other things, a lot of these companies are so new, they don't really have a nailed down price. Well, it's kind of, sort of, they don't have a distributor yet, and I'd like for somebody to latch on to them. So, what is the price? In the $300 range is the best I was able to get out of it. Will a distributor make it better, worse? But it's a couple cool guys out of Australia.
Right,
And
in
for some
Australia.
reason, for some reason, I get along with the Australians very well. They're very cool people in every manufacturer I've dealt with. So I'm going with this because it is new, it's innovative, it is from a startup company.
Right.
Once again, I wouldn't mind giving the new guy a little bit of a leg up. I know all the standards and the
You have all
stalwarts.
listen, you're Sam Ash, you have all the choices in the world, and you're going, there's a new guy. I love that. That's
I just think that it's fun, and that's what I like
That's
to
right.
do in this business.
That's right. The Virtual Jeff, give it a hand. That's awesome. Shane, your best in show.
This one was so simple for me. Just by walking through Hall C and D quickly, it was so obvious when I walked by the Tama booth and saw the Star Bubinga drum set out in the front. And Tama has really, they're a company that, like a lot of the larger companies, will service all of the price points, all of the categories. But in the past 10 or 15, 20 years, the emphasis has been off of the high end. Now, I specialize in selling high-end drums, very expensive drums. So I have the luxury of having one of the largest inventories of high-end drums in my store. So I'm jaded. I can't really, these are wood shells, plastic heads. How can you improve upon it?
Right.
I see a lot of companies cut costs here and there. And what they did with this series is the exact opposite. They just said, go make the best drum set. I don't care what it costs. Make the best sounding drum set, because all these other people are buying this drum set from so-and-so. Go make the best. And this happened a few years ago, and they've continued to evolve the Star Series. There's features in there that will just satisfy the biggest drum nerd like myself. And at the end of the day, it's about the sound. And when I play those drums, I cannot believe how good they sound. I cannot believe how good they feel. And that's really important, is how does it feel to play? Does it beat me up? So these aren't for everybody. These are very, very expensive drums. But we all have people in our territory that have a good amount of money to spend. And they want the best sounding kit out there. And this could be the best sounding kit out there.
Nice.
They're really just amazing drums.
Nice. Tama Star Bubinga drum kit. That's awesome. Great. Good for Tama. Great compliment. Leslie, your best in show.
Best in show. This actually was a fairly easy decision. We had 9 different people here at the NAMM show with us, employees, and they all went out and they all came back with little pieces of paper filled out. This was on the top of most people's list. This is beautiful. This is the Yamaha YEV electric violin. It's gorgeous. This particular violin is made with 6 different woods. They've really gone through and redesigned the whole thought process. If you've seen Yamaha's electric violins in the past, this is totally different. What's cool about it is that it's passive. You just plug into whatever device you've got and you're good to go. Put it into your amp. It does not work with headphones, but you don't have to mess with batteries or anything like that, which makes it very accessible for most people. It has an MSRP of $875. So it's right in that sweet spot. This is not super expensive, which is great. The design is just off the hook. I can't wait to get these in our store. It does fit a standard shoulder rest, so you can use your standard accessories with that. It does have a replaceable chin rest, so if you've got somebody who really likes their particular chin rest, you can do that. It does fit in a standard violin case, all that stuff. It is available in a 5-string and a 4-string. The 5th string is a low C, so if somebody plays viola and wants one of these, that's their step. It's so innovative. It's so cool.
It's a brilliantly thought through.
It looks like a Mobius strip here. It's just ridiculous. Very elegant, nice lightweight. I just can't. I'm really excited about this. It's available in May. I know some people make jokes, not available maybe May, but they're telling you up front. You're not joking. So yeah, that's our best in show.
Yamaha electric violin. Awesome. Congrats to Yamaha. That's awesome. John, your best in show.
It's my best in show. Dave Smith Instruments has been releasing, there's been a steady stream of really great products that have done really well in those categories for us from Dave Smith Instruments. And I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised, to find out that he had collaborated with Tom Oberheim to release this Dave Smith Instruments Tom Oberheim OB6. Which is 6-voice analog synthesizer that they did in a partnership. And it's one of the reasons that I went this direction for Best in Show is I just really admire manufacturers working together to bring a great instrument to market that probably wouldn't have happened otherwise. And these guys have been friendly competitors for decades. And it's a great story, not too much unlike the Tempest drum machine that he did with Roger Lynn a while back. The synthesizer absolutely nails the Oberheim sound. So for any of the synthesizer players who are nostalgic, like me, who might want to play some of those famous tunes, it absolutely nails the sound. As an added bonus, it's got some digital effects in there where they actually emulated Tom's original ring modulator and phase shifter. So he got his start. He did a phase shifter for Maestro, and so it's got those effects in there too. But I just think it's a great story. It's a really great synth. I mean, and it's a nice, substantial, full-size thing, full-size keys, enough keys to play it two-handed. So it's definitely something that people can move up into if they've been they got interested in and started on some of these smaller pieces before.
Beautiful. The OB6, Dave Smith Instruments. It's a great collaboration. Terrific. Gabe, your best in show.
When Frank was sending me scared emails yesterday going, so by the way, I need your picks. And I said, listen, I'm sorry, it's really hard this year. There's so much good stuff this year, so much new stuff, so much innovative stuff. I have to give a small shout out to Yamaha's new Rev Star guitar.
Yeah, it's cool.
I saw that yesterday. I really loved that and thought it was really cool. But this thing is just boss. The first record, everybody remember the first record they ever bought? The first record I ever bought was Thriller by Michael Jackson because it had that gatefold thing and had tigers on the inside. Tigers are badass. The first record I ever felt like somebody understood me or cared about what I cared about was Siamese Dream. And
Okay, for those people who don't know, Siamese Dream is
Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay, keep yeah.
This guitar, first of all, Reverend is an amazing company to work with. These are guys who care so much about their dealers. They're a company where if you have a question, I text the head guy, I text Ken Haas, who's going to come up on stage and play guitar, which is really fun for me because Ken's a great guitar player. Most people don't get to see that very much. these are guys who are always pushing, who are always innovating. They make guitars at fantastic price points. They're really affordable. This is a signature guitar that's super affordable to anybody.
No, tell them who the signature guitar is.
This is the Billy Corgan signature guitar.
Lead singer, guitar player for
Yeah, lead singer, songwriter, guitar player, Smashing Pumpkins. Billy did a signing at the Reverend booth the other day. There was an absolutely freaking huge line. It was just about impossible to get through. As soon as this was announced, kind of pre-NAMM, the guys from Reverb, who are always on top of new cool stuff, did a video on it. It's gotten like 1 million views already, so it's a huge thing. It sounds incredible. And I'm going to invite my friend Ken to come up and play it for you.
Ken Haas coming up here. Come on up, Ken.
While Ken comes up here, they've done, Joe Naylor made custom designed railhammer pickups that are voiced very much like P90s. There's some cool body modifications. Yeah, you could use an earthquaker too. So you want a chair?
Here, Ken, do you want to say anything about the instrument first? You gave me a look like
Gabe put me on the spot, by the way, which is great. I was nervous for a second, and then I thought, I've been talking to all you people one at a time for 19 years, so it's going to be a pleasure to get up here and talk to you all at the same time.
There you go.
So thanks for coming to demonstrate. This is fantastic. This is not on me, being wonderful.
It's not on.
No, sir.
It's on standby mode.
2 bands. Check it out. So yeah, when Reverend gets the opportunity to do a signature guitar for anybody, we try to go into it with nothing in mind and let the artist sort of steer the direction. In this case, Billy Corgan came to Joe Naylor and just said, "Wow me," and we were given no guidelines at all. And so Joe came up with something really interesting, and I don't want to bore you guys with the sales pitch here, but please come by the booth and talk about it with me or Zach or any of our sales team. So thanks for having me up here.
Great.
It'll do all that and all of the crazy high gain stuff too.
Beautiful.
And Reverend's also a fantastic Ohio company, by the way.
Okay, that's Billy Corgan, signature guitar from Reverend. Give that a hand, please. That's best in show, folks. Give all our panelists a hand. They did a lot of good work. Thank you, guys. Enjoy day 4 of the NAMM show. Get out and see some of these products and everything else that's on the floor. And we'll see you in the summer. Take care.